Good morning. Good morning, Allison. You and me, babe. Michelle, good morning. Good morning. What a way to start the week off. We are back from Florida as of 6.5 hours ago. I think we rolled in at 1:30 in the morning. We almost stayed. We did almost stay. I wasn't expecting it. But we're always going to be planned in case. Dave brought the computer, the camera, everything, just in case. In fact, we got into town and he turned around like, just in case we decide to stay. Let's bring the camera, bring all the things. We decided to come home last night. Oh my goodness. We had the best time. You know, when you think like, oh, I need a really long vacation or where am I going to find the time? It was literally like 24 hours by the time we had pulled in, because we didn't get there till I think like 10:30 on Friday night. And by 10:30 on Saturday night, we're like, we've only been here 24 hours and we have already had the best time. It was so good in so many ways. We were on a little bit of a secret mission, which I'm not going to give the details on that yet. But we rented this cute little Airbnb. That was so good. Walking distance to town. If you've never been to St. Augustine, I highly recommend it. It is said to be, well, they say they are. The internet says it's the oldest town in America where Christopher Columbus sailed into. So if I'm getting all my history correct. We walked by this wall in town, an old building, and it was actually made out of stacked oyster shells is how they used to do the concrete. Super cool, super fun, amazing food. You can walk everywhere in town. It was so good. We went to the beach. Oh my God. We did so much in such a short time. So yeah, we got back last night. I'm so happy to be with you all. Karen, buongiorno a tutti. Mobilizza. Elisa, Allison, I said hello to you. Oh, you're loving it. Yeah, this is a beach hair. This is day old. This is day old beach hair happening. Thank you. Ilona, Brenda, good morning. Francoise. It's so good to be back with you all. It is the oldest city in America. It's really, really, really cute. Really cute. I love the vibe. It was really fun. We were up very, very early on Saturday morning. Well, quite early, 7 a.m. and in town. We were walking around and it was so quiet. We were like, what's going on? So quiet. So quiet, really early. And then by that time, like we went to dinner, I think 8:30, 8 o'clock on Saturday night, and the town was bursting. Flagler College is there. Anyway, super cute, really fun. It reminds me a lot in some places of like Georgia, of Savannah, with the beautiful hanging moss on the trees. And I'm just basking a bit. I just woke up basking a bit in this weekend. And I am so happy to be with you all here. I'm definitely waiting for my espresso. Definitely excited for that. All right, shall we? Daphne, bonjour. Jacinda, bonjour. Yeah, it was really, really cute. It's worth a visit. St. Augustine, Florida. Who knew? Really cute. Oh, I got the cutest dress. So fun. After dinner on Saturday night, we were walking by this little boutique and I saw this dress in the window, which I typically never, ever buy something in the window. It depends on what kind of store it is. If just a side fashion note. Thanks, baby. You don't know where the bottom. Thank you. It's like, I don't know where the saucer is. He knew before he gave it. I was going to say something. If it's just a side fashion note, if it's a store like Zara, H&M, something like kind of, you know, where a lot of people are probably going to go, don't ever buy something in the window. Well, because a lot of people are probably going to have it. Okay. If it's a tiny boutique or a high-end store and whatever, do whatever you want. But these are some of my fashion things. So I typically don't unless it's a special circumstance. This was a special circumstance. So I saw this dress in the window, and this is nothing that I would typically buy. Like nothing, nothing, nothing. And I stopped with Dave and I was like, this sounds crazy, but I love that dress in the mirror. So we went in, and I think he even has video of this, because as soon as I went in, I was like, oh, and I like that dress, and I like that dress. And it was really cute little like towny boutique, cute. And he got me on video. He's like, what are you doing? I'm like, oh, my unique ability. He's like, you mean spending money? I'm like, yes, my unique ability. Anyway, I was in the dressing room, and Dave, so good. I pulled a couple of items, and he looked at the tags for me, which I usually do, but he didn't. And he was like, babe, just so you know, I'm very particular, right? And he's like, it's made in China. This, and I was like, I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do it. It's just, for me, being in the fashion industry, knowing the quality of things, and I'm not saying there's never quality in China. I'm sure there is. I'm sure there is. I just need to know. So he said, you actually never, I was grabbing other dresses. He said, you never grabbed the dress that we came in here for. So he went and found it, and he's like, it's made in India. It's pure cotton. So I wore the dress. Got the dress, wore the dress, walked through town the next day with the dress. It was so fun. It was so fun. All the little things. Glory, bonjour, bonjour. Oh, I love when Dave brings the coffee, and that's when I have mine too. It makes me so happy. That makes me so happy. So cheers to all of you. Let's just have a coffee moment. Or whatever you're drinking. Or water, or whatever. Let's just let's just enjoy for a minute. Oh my goodness. I have a story to tell you about Dave. You want to hear a story? I don't know if he's here though. He might be making his own coffee. On the beaches were so good. All right, let's move into intention, and then we'll see if it's time to share a story about Dave. I am so happy. I'm so happy to be here with all of you. I'm so happy. Father, Mother, God, we come together in gratitude for it all. The gentle reminder that it's actually so simple. It is so simple. As we continue to let go of anything and everything that's no longer in service, and continue to say yes to the highest value of our priorities, the light, the love, the joy, the laughter, the fun, the beauty, the abundance. We ask today that we recognize that ease, that we bask in the simplicity, and that we say with such open, expansive vibration and frequency, more please. This or something even better for the highest good of all concerned. Amen. 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 All right. All right. I think I'm going to tell you Dave's story. I just think, I would think he wants to be here for this. Let me just see. It won't take very long. And it's all connected with what we're talking about inside of ACIM. It's such a cool thing that happened. Let me just see. Are you on with us, babe? Can I tell the story? I don't see him. I'll get to the lesson. He is here. Oh, he's here. Oh, he's here. Oh, okay. I'm getting to the lesson. It's all part of the lesson. All part of it. It is all part of it. We were at the beach. And oh gosh, again, we just had the best time. And as we were bicycling, we weren't bicycling, some people were. And we saw this guy bicycling. His name was Big Al. And we had a little moment with Big Al. And then Dave and I went and got very, very delicious carne asada tacos, like amazing. And while we were checking in, so you know me, those of you know me, right? You see me, you know Dave. You imagine us together on vacation, walking through town. Like, we are who we are when you see us. We really are. We talk to people. We are smiling. We are setting intentions. We are goofballs. That is just who we are. That's who we are. Okay. So we go up to this taco stand and we're talking to the guy at the front and we're like, how are you? And how's your day? And all these things. And Dave loves to ask people what they would order on the menu. It's part of the conversation every time. And the guy's like, yeah, kind of not into it at all. Like, at all. He doesn't care that we're there. He doesn't care to take our order. He doesn't care what we order. He said it just depends on what day you're having, but with like the most monotone responses. And finally I said, well, what kind of day are you having? And he said, I'm having a pancake day. Okay, this guy works at a taco stand. We're asking him what we should order. And he's like, I'm having a pancake day. We're like, okay. So we sit down, we get our tacos, and Dave's like, we should get on Deliveroo and order this guy pancakes. We should have Deliveroo deliver pancakes to this guy. So Dave goes back up. We're getting a little bit more food. Dave goes back up, starts a little bit more conversation with the guy and gets his name. What was his name? I don't remember what Dave's name. Allison, that's amazing. It's 1 p.m. when he says this. Yes, it's 1 p.m. It's 1 p.m. I want pancakes. I don't remember his name right now. Dave remembers his name. So Dave gets on the Deliveroo. Kyle. So Dave gets on the Deliveroo, places an order, puts in the description, hey, we're at the taco stand. Please deliver the pancakes. And I think we got them regular pancakes, I think, because we weren't really sure how eclectic this wanted to be. We wanted banana pancakes, blueberry pancakes. I think we just wanted the regular pancakes. And Dave put in the description, please deliver these pancakes to Kyle. He's working at the taco stand. He said he was craving pancakes today, and this is a pay it forward moment. And then, which I also love so much, is that Dave was like immediately like, let's go. Like, as much as I want to see what happens, I don't. Like, this is a pay it forward moment, and then like a lead, like let it all unfold the way that it's supposed to unfold. So we still don't know what happened, but we were watching like the Deliveroo days, like Kyle's about to get his pancakes. So much fun. And I think like afterwards Dave was like, babe, I tipped the driver. I did like, it was like $15 in the end or something like that. Hopefully with the intention to make Kyle's day, but regardless, it made our day. It was so much fun to just stop. You know how we have those moments where like, oh, it would be, be cool. It would be fun. It would be crazy. And then that's where we stop. Like, oh, it'd be so funny if we like Deliverooed Kyle pancakes. And then Dave's like, let's do it. Like, let's stop with the idea. Like, let's actually do it. The more of us in life, and what Dave was saying to me afterwards, and we did a little video on it, Dave was like, these are like the miracle moments when we're inspired to take aligned action over something that would seemingly be like, this is no big deal. Kyle's might think we're crazy. Like, this is like, what are we doing? Those are the moments, right? Where you're inspired to do something. And we don't know. I mean, maybe it shifted Kyle's day, maybe not at all. Maybe the driver, maybe not at all. But I will tell you, Dave and I were smiling ear to ear as we went back to the beach, watching the little Deliveroo, like Kyle's about to get his pancakes. That's fun. That's the kind of time we had. It was the best. It was the best. It was the best. It was so much fun. And Dave is hysterical. Dave is so funny. He's this guy. Dave's the best. All right, so with that, shall we move into next lesson? The next lesson. We completed on, oh, we got a big one. Dave is a sweetie. And it was really fun. We ended on Friday with I do not know what anything is for. Right? That's where we ended. How are we? How are you feeling about I don't know what anything's for? How was your integration weekend with it all? Let me know. We're moving into today with a lot of deep breaths. It seems to be landing, which I'm really enjoying. That Mondays are like big opportunities inside of the course for big shifts. So I'm going to say the lesson. I'm going to share the idea, the main idea of the lesson. And I'm going to invite you to really breathe into the energy of it without trying to understand. So as we move in, see if that space is inside of you where you're a yes. You're a yes to receive. You're a yes to open consideration without needing to understand, without needing to intellectualize. Just see if, as we open, you can feel the difference inside of you, that one part of the ego and that one part of the truth. Just energetically inside of you, and see if you can set yourself intentionally inside of the space of truth, of leaning back, of receiving. Lesson 26. My attack thoughts are attacking my invulnerability. It is surely obvious that if you can be attacked, you are not invulnerable. You see attack as a real threat. That is because you believe that you can really attack. And what would have effects through you must also have effects on you. If you hear nothing else, hear that. And what would have effects through you must have effects on you. That is so good. It is this law that will ultimately save you, but you are misusing it now. You must therefore learn how it can be used for your own best interests rather than against them. So as we continue, a couple of things. We often talk about the beauty of vulnerability inside of our spaces. And that is a different utilization than what the Course is talking about. When it says, my attack thoughts are attacking my invulnerability, and it is surely obvious that if you can be attacked, you are not invulnerable. It's talking about the feeling inside that we are not safe, the feeling inside that we can be attacked, the feeling inside that we can be hurt. And if we are vibrating on the frequency of that idea of I can be hurt, or I can hurt someone else, we are not understanding our invulnerability, or we are actually attacking our invulnerability, meaning our safety, not the space that we talk about of I'm vulnerable, meaning more authentic. Yeah. Because your attack thoughts will be projected, you will fear attack. And if you fear attack, you must believe that you are not invulnerable, that you are not safe. Attack thoughts, therefore, make you vulnerable in your own mind. So again, utilizing unsafe. Attack thoughts make you unsafe in your own mind, which is where the attack thoughts are. Yeah? Attack thoughts and invulnerability cannot be accepted together. They contradict each other. So attack thoughts and feeling safe contradict each other. They don't work. The idea for today introduces the thought that you always attack yourself first. Just feel it inside. Like, oh, Nelly. Here we go. Here we go. If attack thoughts must entail the belief that you are vulnerable, so again, if attack thoughts must entail the belief that you are not safe, their effect is to weaken you in your own eyes. Thus, they have attacked your perception of yourself. Are we feeling this? If I am vibrating, if I am buying into the illusion that I can be attacked or I can attack, if I am buying into the illusion that I can hurt or be hurt, I am buying into the illusion that I am not safe. And inside of that, I'm perceiving these attack thoughts in my mind. And as I do that, I'm attacking myself first. And I'm attacking my perception of myself. And because you believe in them, you can no longer believe in yourself. This is the kind of the tippy toe, the beginning, where the course is going to very clearly, as we move through, say, it's this or this. There's no crossing over. It's this, you're believing this, or you're believing this. You can't believe a little sprinkle of this and a little sprinkle of this. It's, you're either operating in this realm or in this one. A false image of yourself has come to take the place of what you are. Practice with today's idea will help you to understand that vulnerability or invulnerability is the result of your own thoughts. So feeling safe or not feeling safe is the result of your own thoughts. Nothing except your thoughts can attack you. Breathing in and breathing out. Being aware if the ego is saying, oh yeah, you want to make a bet. I had this happen and this happened and this happened and this happened. Just consider. Nothing except your thoughts can make you think you are vulnerable. And nothing except your thoughts can prove to you this is not so. It can feel see if you feel the duality inside of what the course is talking about, and see if you can feel in your own body the strength that's available from recognizing the power that you have. Let's keep it at that today. 6 practice periods are required in applying today's idea. A full 2 minutes should be attempted for each of them. So we just turned it up a notch, didn't we? So we're talking about 12 minutes. 12 minutes. Maybe it was 12 minutes on Friday as well. 6 practice periods, 2 minutes each. Although the time may be reduced to 1 minute if the discomfort is too great, but do not reduce it further. So 6 minutes minimum, 12 minutes maximum, 1 to 2 minutes for each 6 practice periods. The practice period should begin with repeating the idea for today, then closing your eyes and reviewing the unresolved questions whose outcomes are causing you concern. So again, when we move into the time continuum of like, oh, I'm busy, I've got this to do and this to do and these are things, and we're so focused in the physical world of the things that we need to do, and we buy into the illusion that we don't have the time to prioritize that which is of true value to us. When we start to unravel that illusion and we start to move into true prioritization and we feel into what we're devoted to, the conversation we're really ultimately always having inside anyway, whether it's based in the realm of worry and scarcity and void not enough, fear, whether it's based in that realm or it's based in plenty of time, plenty of money, the conversation is still there. It's just what frequency is it riding on? So allowing the practice periods to serve you as a focal point to re-engage of what vibration am I riding on right now in my life? Because it's so easy for that untrained mind to move into the default. It's so easy. We do it without thinking. So I'd love to know if you are starting to feel that the practice periods as a rest, as a reset, as a way to actually save time, as a way to beautifully, easily, elegantly, gently, like recalibrate. Hold on a minute. What's important? All right. The concern may take the form of depression, worry, anger, a sense of imposition, fear, foreboding, or preoccupation. Any problem as yet unsettled that tends to reoccur or recur in your thoughts during the day is a suitable subject. You will not be able to use very many for any one practice period because a longer time than usual should be spent with each one. Today's ideas should be applied as follows. Okay. See how easy? This is going to be so easy. This is going to be so easy, and it's going to feel so good because it's a place to funnel the void that we spin in sometimes. So the practice period, again, starting with my attack thoughts are attacking my invulnerability. Then closing your eyes and beginning, I am concerned about whatever, fill in the blank. I am concerned about, it could be a person in my life. I am concerned about a specific decision. I am concerned, whatever I am concerned about. I know we could all list probably 55 things right now I am concerned about. Then go over every possible outcome that has occurred to you in that connection and which has caused you concern, referring to each one quite specifically, saying, I'm afraid that blank will happen, right? So I am concerned about blank. And then going into, I'm afraid that this will happen. I'm afraid that this will happen. I'm afraid that this will happen. This is a positive way to pour yourself into that withholding. This is so good for us. Those of us that are on the spiritual path, those of us that are aware of attraction, all of these things, we can be so afraid of admitting concern inside because there's this fear on top of fear that says, oh my gosh, I can't say what I'm afraid of because if I say what I'm afraid of, then I'm bringing that into my life. And then we have a tendency to either stuff it down or spiritual bypass. This is a beautiful opportunity to really move through the energy. So I encourage you to get so excited about this, truly like, oh my gosh, I'm funneling what's no longer serving me and I'm transforming it. Oh, please give me more, please, all right? So I'm afraid blank will happen, blank will happen, blank will happen. About 2 minutes or just a minute of that if it gets to be too much. If you're doing the exercises properly, you should have some 5 or 6 distressing possibilities available for each situation you use and quite possibly more. So again, be as specific as possible. Specific as possible. It is much more helpful to cover a few situations thoroughly than to touch on a larger number. As the list of anticipated outcomes for each situation continues, you will probably find some of them, especially those that occur to you toward the end, less acceptable to you. Try, however, to treat them all alike to whatever extent you can. After you have named each outcome of which you are afraid, tell yourself that thought is an attack thought upon myself. Conclude each practice period by repeating today's idea to yourself once more. My attack thoughts are attacking my invulnerability. This is so yummy. This is so yummy. So, so yummy. And those of you that are quite inside of Elegant Femme, If this invokes something that you know you're ready to transform into a femme type, feel free to utilize the faux type process in conjunction with this at the end. It can be a really powerful, like, transformation. But again, you'll know if you're in there, you'll know. All right, I saw some of the comments. So let's see. I love India. It's my absolute favorite country in the world. Really? Wow. That's gorgeous to hear. Jacinda, such a good story. Yeah, so good. I love receiving from the gift of giving. It's so true. It's so simultaneous. It just is. Like, if you're ever feeling that, like, you feeling that lack of appreciation, you're like, I wish somebody would take care of me. And again, it needs to be from that state of wholeness. We can't trick ourselves into like a martyrdom of like, fine, I'll just do everything for everybody else until I get my turn. But when we're feeling that, like, kind of feeling sorry for ourselves, we're disconnected from the flow. If we can think about gifting someone something that actually gets us really excited, it's an immediate way to gift to ourselves, right? It's really beautiful, but it has to be on that clean energy. You made his day. David is okay. We saw the same, but vulnerability is unsafe. Invulnerability is not being unsafe. I'm confused. Karen, as we moved through it, did you hear it? Could you feel the difference? Well, so the course is speaking to invulnerability as safe. So again, it's not saying, the way we speak about vulnerability inside of Elegant Femme is authenticity, right? People say to me all the time, Tara, I love how vulnerable you are. Like, I love, like, vulnerability is your strength. That is not the conversation the course is having. The course is having the conversation of invulnerability is safe, is being safe. You are not vulnerable to attack. So again, to the best of your ability, I may have said it a different way earlier at some point because it is very wordy. The best way to feel it inside is the course is saying, if you are operating within attack thoughts, you are buying into the illusion that you are not safe. And if you are buying into the illusion of attack thoughts, the only place that exists is in your mind. And if you are riding on that vibration and on that illusion, you're attacking yourself first. And what we experience, what we think we experience. Okay, so that's what the course is saying. And it utilizes invulnerability as a means of saying safety. Okay, so tell me, do you feel that? Can you feel that, everyone? I know it's quite wordy, but really beautiful. If we unravel the intellectual aspect of it and we see through the lens of, whoa, hold on a second. My attack thoughts are attacking my idea of safety. My attack thoughts are making me buy into the illusion that I am not safe. So it's utilizing invulnerability as actually, quote unquote, good thing. Okay. But again, to let that go and really pour into the exercise itself, right? The exercise is so good. It is so good. It's so beautiful. So this is where we can look at the lesson and be like, what? And then not unfold into the practice itself. This is why, to me, it's so gorgeous that we're doing this together. I am concerned about blank. So many things, probably, right? I am concerned about blank. And then really going into, I'm afraid this will happen. I'm afraid this will happen. I'm afraid this will. Let the energy move through. And then at the end, that thought is an attack upon myself. So really, any kind of fear is an attack upon ourselves. Okay. But again, not to jump too much and not to just, wrap up the lesson. Yeah, totally get it. Any fear is attack upon myself. Totally get it. Check. Let's go tomorrow. moving through the exercise is so good. This exercise feels like a gift. It really is. It is so precious. It is so, so good. Reminds me of the power lesson. For me, this reminds me of how I describe the feeling hurt. It's my choice. Contemplation space. There is empowerment through knowing the strength of our choice in regards to our own vulnerability and vulnerability. Yes, yes. My attack thoughts are attacking my inner peace. This I know for sure. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I would say that my attack thoughts are attacking my own vulnerability, not the opposite. So I think that hopefully that helped, right? Again, not to get so attached to the way that the course is using that word, but that's what it's saying. It's saying safety. I love that gifting energy. Okay, how are we? How are we? It feels better. So again, that choice that we have to go get really heady with it, like I have to understand, versus the feeling inside that's like, wait a minute. My attack thoughts are affecting my ability to feel safe. That I consider, really consider. And that my attack thoughts based on fear and concern and upset. You know, we all talked about this, right? I think last week. If you know, when we start spinning in that negativity of like, oh my God, the worry. We've talked a lot. I've said so many times, we have bought into the misunderstanding, and we've been taught that worry is a form of love. This is a perfect kind of conversational piece around this lesson to go into, like, I'm worried about this. I'm afraid about this. I'm afraid. These are attack thoughts upon myself. So again, we're not looking at wrapping it up in a pretty bow today. It's one day, and see what happens inside of you. See what happens. So you might choose it however you want. You might choose to do 3 in the AM, 3 in the PM. You might choose. For me, I know I really do like those bookends because it cradles me. It's just the way I've set up my entire life. Like, what are the bookends of my day? I love setting up my life that way. So it may feel good to do 3 now, do 3 towards the end of the day, 2, 2, 2, like however you want to do it. Be mindful, however, of how you want to do it. In my feeling, you know yourself. For me, just the idea of, oh, at some point today, I'm going to do this 6 times, for me, can feel really ambiguous. And all of a sudden it's 8 o'clock and I'm like, oh, now I have built resistance or whatever it might be. Trust yourself. You know yourself best. Listen to your own inner knowing. Follow your own inner guidance. And I would encourage you to really enjoy this. Like, really, like, oh my gosh, this is a safe space for me to pour into this. This is a safe space for me to recognize the void, the scarcity, the upset, the spinning, the fear inside, and start to distance myself and start to understand the way that has impacted me feeling safe within myself. Okay? So, shall we go? Is that a wrap? I think that's a wrap. All right, ladies, I love you. Enjoy this lesson. I will see you tomorrow. Tomorrow. Thank you for being here with me and for playing in this realm and having these gorgeous conversations together. I'll see you tomorrow.